Big Finish Audio. Lady Christina. Skin Deep.
Oh, speaking of skin deep,
Hey,
this
you were
one made
asking
my
for
skin
aliens.
shiver.
Does this one bug you, Madrock?
No, it wasn't the bugs. There's one specific scene that just made me go, oh. It was when they
What?
were applying the slimy stuff to her. The
Oh,
squishing
The
sound.
Amber.
Oh,
Good, Amber.
enjoy the
Amber,
oh,
you young and beautiful.
we don't eat. Like, oh, well, that's my cue to be out of here. Goodbye.
Yeah, I am so glad I don't use any of that exfoliating microbead gel stuff. Because if I did, I wouldn't have. I would have stopped using it all after listening to this.
Like, huh, I spent $200 on this. Well, that was well wasted.
No, I just say, hey, dipshit, you want this?
Well, the thing is, yeah, the whole thing should have smelled a bit fishy to them. It's like, here's this free thing that works miracles on you, and everybody who's taken it
Well,
is getting really weird.
First of all, it sounds like her friends were already really weird.
Possibly. Friend was used very loosely in this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as people handing out free stuff and saying that, have you never been to a mall kiosk with people handing out hand lotion?
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is true.
I don't go to malls.
I do.
This doesn't. I guess you got weird enough people that, that's the thing.
I know people like that. Okay.
Okay.
So they aren't that weird, especially like anorexic, bulimic type people. Oh, we just look at the pictures. We're calorie intolerant.
Oh, yeah. Though I did like that we did get a reference to the
Adipose.
adipose. Well, and the whole thing was one big 10 reference. 10th Doctor era reference. So,
well, of course, it's
yeah.
Lady Christina D'Souza, who was the 10th Doctor pseudo companion,
Yeah.
and
The Noble.
Sylvia Noble, who was the 10th Doctor's companion's mother.
Yeah. So, yeah, this whole thing was, and then on top of it, you get the adipose thing. This was one giant 10th Doctor era. But it's.
I love at the end. It's like, this is Noble. Can I call you Sylvia? It's like, no, you may not.
Yeah, and the protestations, I'm not using you. Yes, in the end, yes, I was. You were a distraction, yes.
Yes, I'm being candid here. I like you, I really do, but I thought you'd have fun, and I need a distraction, so there we go.
Yeah, and to find out that Lady Christina is in fact a lady, like not in the is she female or not, but that she's some sort of nobility.
Which is funny. Sylvia isn't a nobility, and her last name is Noble.
I'm a very noble person.
Though, assuming that she's a Mrs., then she married into the noble family. So
true.
She wasn't a noble at first, but she became a noble.
Yeah.
And then she went to a party with a noble.
Yeah.
The noble enhances.
But yeah.
And I mean, she is a very noble personality.
Yeah, and we find out that some of alien tech did slip through the cracks.
Only a little bit.
That does make sense. And I'm glad she got to keep her ring. because I know people like that with the having every condition under the sun.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me think of Madeline Weston too, from Bird Notice. That's how she was in the first season. So, I mean, I bet Michael Weston would have been like, damn, where do I get me one of those rings? Wouldn't have to be paying for all these doctor bills when they're finding nothing wrong with you.
I want to look at pictures of food now.
Yeah, but don't eat it.
Yes, calorie intolerant. It makes the meat taste good.
Tastes sweet, I think is what they said.
It's so sweet. Just listen to the squishing, slushing sound as we rub it on you.
It's making me think of I never really got into Scooby-Doo, never was a fan of it, but there was an episode of Scooby-Doo I saw once where they were so hungry that I think it was Velma or Daphne is like, just imagine you're eating. And so they're sitting there picturing this smorgasbord and just eating air.
I think I remember that episode.
And I'm just like, that, yeah. Or that scene in Hook where they're sitting at the table. A Rufio.
Flink.
You're doing it, Peter. You're playing. See, that's what happens. You just got to piss somebody off enough, and they can imagine almost anything. Like bugs crawling out of somebody's face.
Yeah.
Oh,
As their entire head shatters.
Oh,
She did say they looked like they were porcelain dolls.
Yeah. Better than looking like an actual Barbie.
I'm a Barbie girl in a
A
Barbie
Barbie world. It's fantastic. Made of plastic.
YouTube's like, copyright.
We're not that good.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. They'll copyright anything now.
No, I mean, first of all, this is in the middle of it. So, if anything, they'll just put the song at the bottom.
Put ads on it and say, oh, we're claiming it.
Oh my god, I would laugh out loud if it's like, oh, there it is. Bugs.
Yeah. Beatles.
Crunchy.
Why didn't you wash it off her face?
Well, because it had whatever that word is, microbeads.
No, I mean, why didn't she wash it off her face when she saw their heads explode?
Well, at that point, maybe it had absorbed in.
She didn't want to mess up her makeup.
Well, it was probably already messed up if they were rubbing cream on her
anymore.
face.
Yeah, no.
And that one poor
I don't
just jumped out the window. I mean, it's safe to say he wasn't pretty anymore.
Huh?
Safe to say he wasn't pretty anymore.
Yeah. Oh, him. No, he jumped off the roof. It was a rooftop garden, a rooftop diner, I thought.
It was a rooftop garden, sort of garden party.
Mm-hmm. One of those ritzy famous places, famous people things.
I don't
And
know. She
I
doesn't
love
really.
how she said, "Sorry about that. Apparently, it happens a lot over there." I'd be worried. What is in that food?
You mean the pictures of food?
Yeah. And do they charge extra for color?
Probably. Says, excuse me, sir. This picture of this yellow banana is quite boring. Can I get a picture of a blue banana, please? I say though, her friends don't exactly last that long, do they?
Well, no. Hey, her one friend got a new car out of the deal last time.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I want a new car.
Also, her dad's a dick.
Hey. Stealing from that charity was legal.
Doesn't make him less of a dick.
That's true. I mean, truthfully, I would have no problems with stealing from a charity. Well, I mean, depending on what charity it is. Like, let's see. I would have no problem with stealing from Salvation Army because they are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. And their money doesn't really go to anything.
Oh, except to fill their pockets.
Oh, yeah.
So, no problem there.
And they don't even clean their clothes or anything.
Such filth.
Their stores are always a disaster.
Eh. Kind of wish I knew what those cute little beetles look like, so I know to avoid them.
There's a picture of them on the cover of the episode.
Oh yeah, there is, isn't there?
Mhm.
I kind of
What her dad looks like.
just like randomly play it. Actually, the only. Oh wait, no, yeah, never mind.
Oh, you were looking at the one of just her.
Yeah, I forgot the photos are like in a separate file
Hmm.
than the audio because the audio files just show her.
Mm. You know, you could change that on most players.
I know. I'm using a player on my computer that I didn't even know I had called Groove Music.
Mm.
Now, if this got out of hand, do you think this would have been a world-ending event?
No.
The doctor didn't show up, so probably not.
Yeah. And I mean, Unit didn't get involved until the end, anyways. So
Yeah.
That's
wasn't
true. I wonder what the doctor's doing at this point.
Well, that's a really difficult question to ask because the doctor is at any point in time. It did time travel
wibbly
is
wobbly,
it's
timey-wimey.
yeah, it's all relative because relative to what?
Are you speaking based on his personal chronology in correlation to both Christina and Sylvia?
I guess.
Or absolute chronology in that he's passing by this time period. You know,
Yeah.
is he there, but he's in Aberdeen for
I
some
guess
reason.
both. I mean, I just kind of figured he was fighting zombie Santa Claus.
Yeah, this doesn't happen at Christmas, so I mean, I guess it depends on which chronology you're using. You know, his personal one or
Because in correlation to her Christina and Sylvia, and how this ties into the unit audios, it probably takes place somewhere around 2018, 2017 at the earliest. Because, light spoiler alert, the auctioneers are mentioned in passing. They aren't actually discussed.
Oh
But
my.
the term is used. So therefore it has a correlation to the episodes with the the auctioneers, which was I think 2017. So that point he was probably traveling with Clara in his chronology in deference to the main characters.
Lovely. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna ask something last week, and it still pertains to Unit and all that stuff. Do Unit and Torchwood ever meet?
They do, I believe.
Somehow I figure they hate each other at first.
No, they don't meet in person,
Ah.
but they are mentioned within each other.
Ah.
Also, yes, they sort of do, because Martha is a unit personnel and she is in Torchwood.
She's a spy.
No, she was borrowed because
she's a borrowed spy.
she's on loan.
Yeah. So they have met, and I mean they are mentioned. Like Jack mentions to Tosh that he needs those files from Unit, and ask him if they can borrow a hat, one of the hats for
a fez
Johnson.
To be exact.
Huh?
A fez.
No, it's a beret.
Oh.
The unit uniform hats, the berets. But he said just hat. Because he wanted Yanto to wear it.
Yeah, now I'm imagining a future doctor that likes berets. That affects a beret. Not like a military one, but just like,
like
the stereotypical French beret sort of thing. Artsy
like
fartsy.
Heineman type?
The what?
Jamie Heineman?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Actually, I just realized something.
What?
The doctor in this episode must have been close by.
Why?
How in the hell did the bugs speak English?
Well,
because they infiltrated the humans already. They were already infesting her friends and probably more of the autocracy. Therefore, they probably picked it up from their host.
Yeah, if they didn't pick it up from their host, they pre-planned and pre-learned the language so they could do that. And if they can't absorb it straight from their host, and so if that's the case, then they're, yeah, it would be kind of hard to infiltrate humans if you don't speak human.
I mean, to be fair, the human race isn't really that hard to infiltrate. We're a bunch of idiots.
Well, it's also, people tend to give, for the most part, the benefit of the doubt of that person's just weird, not they're an alien. Like, if you saw somebody walking down the street being really weird, you'd think that person's probably not mentally well, or they're just weird, and your mind wouldn't immediately go alien infiltrator.
True.
Unless you're paranoid.
Yeah.
Or
then
until
something's
I say,
maybe not right with you if that's where your mind immediately goes, is to alien infiltrator. So we tend to give each other the benefit of the doubt that we're probably human, just weird or not there mentally, and not have full cognitive functions if somebody's doing something weird.
It's like,
Or
oh,
they're
that
students.
guy seems normal. Wait, humans don't have two mouths.
Yeah, generally,
We have three.
generally we
No. Those are the Calbiri. They have 3 mouths.
Ah.
Remember the singing purple people?
I'm sorry when you said that. First thing that came to mind was
One-eyed, one
horn.
flying purple people eater, one eye, one horn, flying purple people eater, one eye, one.
I am surprised nobody's turned that into a horror movie yet.
They might have. Look it up.
Oh dear God.
It's probably made its rounds on kids shows of somebody one of their costume characters is a one eye, one horn, flying purple people eater.
Now, where did that come from anyway?
It's
The
a song. It's just from the song. I think that's the song began it all, and then it's such a catchy song, and
I figured that, but who sang it?
I don't know. It's silly enough and innocent enough that they that it's a favorite for kids shows. So wouldn't surprise me if they had somebody dress up as the one eye, one horn, flying purple people eater just to.
Oh, Sheb Woolley.
Yeah, somebody. But yeah.
1958. I thought so.
Oh, that is older than I thought it was.
I figured it was in the 50s or 60s.
I was thinking like the 80s.
Yeah.
Speaking of Beatles, Dex, you still get June bugs down there?
I don't think I've seen. I may not have seen them this year, but that doesn't mean they aren't around.
They only exist in June.
Well, they show up in May usually.
No, they exist outside of June.
I don't know. I always find insects like that funny when they're like named after a month, like June bugs or mayflies. I wonder if each month has its own bug.
I don't think so. I think there's
no.
Maybe in other languages there might be other languages that have bugs where it makes sense. The name of the month is short and it's associated with an insect, and they do that. But yeah, no. Anything else?
Imagine how catchy December cockroach would be.
Ooh, frozen treats. Let's see. Let me scan my mind for any more interesting stuff.
Don't worry, we'll have more Sam in the next one.
Get Sam.
Yeah, yay, Sam.
So, did you know that she knew the doctor secondhand before she acquired her assistance in stealing?
Huh? Oh, no. You mean, did she know that Sylvia... No, I don't think she knew that Sylvia knew the doctor, but she does have that scanner to pick up to detect alien stuff. And she might have picked it up on Sylvia at the thing because Sylvia was wearing that ring. And so she made friends and she went to visit to see what other alien trinkets she might nick.
Yeah. Question being, does her scanner go ding when there's stuff?
Ding, 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 ding.
They always go ding. We've got to get new sounds.
Yeah.
But does it also download comic books from the future?
No, she needs to pay for an upgrade for that. She's got the trial version.
So it has ads.
Yeah.
So yes. Please watch this 2-minute video before you continue your scanning. He's like, God damn it.
No, she probably just pirated it. I mean, she is a thief.
We have noticed you pirated this program. We're shutting down. I kind of
Yeah.
missed it though, because Tired Mind. What exactly did the ring do? Like some kind of bug repellent?
No, the ring for Sylvia, the ring is a healer.
Oh,
And
okay.
so the ring healed the people who were healable. The people who are gone was too late for them. It's the standard Deus Ex Machina.
I see. So
Great.
the other people were just a shell of their former self.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, Christina's buddies were already crushed, so.
That's true.
But yeah, it didn't so much kill the bugs, although her it amplified the healing energy of the ring to spread out and heal them from the bugs, which in turn killed the bugs. But if you notice, there was still a couple running around loose that she squashed at the end. It's like, I'll have no more of that from you. Squish. Squish is a fun onomatopoetic sound.
I like the squish.
And if they ever
Yeah.
want to bring them back, one of them escaped.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you always do. You leave yourself an out.
Yeah.
One of the ships escaped. They might be back at some
And
point, but they're going to
and
be
it's-
weakened, so it'll take a while.
Yeah.
Just in time. So they-
I'm
And-
surprised there wasn't some giant queen bug.
That they didn't get, maybe. But I don't know.
That's all for my wife's ass clips. Although it'd be nice if there was like a joint episode of her and the Potato Head gang.
Oh, her and the Paternoster.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
they'd
cool.
have to get somebody
Problem
involved
is
that can time
time.
travel.
Yeah. They don't, neither of them time travel. They exist in their own little universe, own little timelines.
I mean, to be
You have to get Missy involved, and she.
Oh yeah.
and
No,
get-
River.
Missy and River get together and
Oh,
and-
I've heard that one. That is freaking awesome.
get them
She'll-
together, and they pick up Lady Christina and the Paternosters, and they go do something.
yeah, or she'll probably find some weird piece of alien tech.
Yeah, and she and Missy drops into the.
Do you want us to listen to Missy next?
I don't
Yeah,
care,
that'd be nice.
but
No, I mean after Christina.
Oh yeah.
well, what I was gonna say is Missy drops into Paternoster's era wearing her normal outfit, and nobody bats an eye because it
Yeah.
just sort of fits. I'm not a fashion expert. She may be wildly out of date, but it's that same sort of.
At least she's covered.
Yeah, she might be ahead of her time, behind her time at that point, but at least she doesn't look. She wouldn't look modern. She'd look like closer to that time than she does modern.
Yeah.
But
Darling, Victorian is never out of style.
but it could be really uncomfortable, from what I understand.
Yeah, especially in this weather. Holy crap.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine
No.
trying to wear all that in like Texas heat.
Oof.
Even Chicago heat,
Yeah.
dude. And I'm not talking about the sports team, which I think it is a sports team. Is that another team, another city? I heard the term heat before as a sports team.
Miami Heat.
Maybe.
Go sports, woo, yay, sports.
Sports, go sports. Athletics are number one. Participants are heroes. Go team, yeah.
Oh my god, he threw the ball. He caught the ball. Woo, ball.
There actually is a song called Sports Go Sports.
Yeah. Well, okay. Before we get wildly out of
Yeah.
out of the way, I'll go ahead and stop it there.
You will subscribe.
Yes.